Hello, I'm Alexander, and today we're checking the Elixir, a very special single dynamic driver IEM from ThieAudio. I would like to thank linsoul for providing the sample for this review. As always, I'm not paid to make this review or offer any specific opinions, and all thoughts expressed in this review are my own. The Elixir features one special dynamic driver, light alloy shells with faceplates that are milled from a solid, genuine burl wood block. It also has a high-quality detachable leads copper cable and a balanced tonality. But as usual, we'll start with the unboxing. The IEMs arrived in a large box with a sleeve. There's a ThieAudio logo on the front of the sleeve and the company information on the back of the sleeve. Inside the sleeve there's a black box that contains the IEMs, a beautiful navy color carrying case with a magnetic lead, a detachable cable, 3 pairs of silicone ear tips, 3 pairs of foam ear tips, a cleaning cloth, and a user manual. The impedance of Elixir is 18 ohms and the sensitivity is 112 dB. The shells of Elixir are where the things start to become interesting. They consist of 2 parts that are glued together. The base of the shell is made out of light alloy, and the faceplates are made of a solid, genuine burl wood block, which is then coated and embedded within the aluminum bezel. Each faceplate is unique, and I think this design not only looks aesthetically pleasing, but is also very interesting. Each Elixir unit undergoes an additional round of quality control that consists of both sound measurements and the build inspection. The shells are medium in size with a slightly shorter nozzle, which unfortunately affected the fit in my case. The nozzle diameter is 5 mm. There's also one vent located on the top of the IEM and another one close to the nozzle. The acoustic chamber that hosts the driver was carefully designed and engineered to help achieve the required tonal signature, and each driver is also carefully selected and pair-matched. The driver is also quite different from a traditional dynamic drivers. Its diaphragm is composed of beryllium-coated layers of carbon nanotube sheets, which creates an extremely dense and rigid membrane, capable of higher tensions, resulting in better responsiveness. The cable that comes with Elixir is high quality. While I don't believe the cables have any impact on the sound, I still care about the cable quality, flexibility, and visual aesthetics. The included 26 AWG cable consists of a single crystal copper and silver-plated OCC copper cores that are mixed. The cable has a 3.5 mm single-ended cable termination on one end and 0.78 mm connector terminations on the other. It's low in microphonics and has a metal splitter and a metal chin slider. The connectors have blue and red dots to indicate the channel, and even though ThieAudio mentioned the hand-paired cable, I just can't ignore the silver connectors, which don't suit the overall color scheme. Talking about fit and comfort, the Elixir is lightweight, but it has a short nozzle and it required some tips rolling in my case, as I was unable to find a good seal and fit with the provided stock silicone ear tips. In the test, I have been using this pair with Duno's Stage and Studio ear tips, which helped me to get a proper fit and seal. The IEMs are lightweight, which is good, and it won't be tiring if you plan to use them during long listening sessions, but the generic fit and short nozzle length might not suit everyone's ears. And now let's talk about the sound. As always, all sound impressions on my channel are completely subjective, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. Despite having a low impedance and high sensitivity, the Elixir requires some power to open up and shine, and my Samsung Galaxy S10, for example, was struggling in this regard. I highly recommend pairing Elixir with the basic dongles that can provide at least 50 mW of power at 32 ohms to utilize its driver capabilities and the tuning fully. The single dynamic driver IEM market is oversaturated. So what exactly makes the Elixir a special IEM? Well, it stands out with a balanced and natural tonality, which can be described as a warm neutral with a well-rounded bass, detailed mid-range, airy treble, good details, and a hint of vintage tube sound. Sounds intriguing, right? The bass here is north of neutral. It's detailed, fast and punchy, with a good amount of details and resolution, so a lot of people will appreciate it. This IEM has a quite prominent sub-bass, which is more dominant than the mid-bass. Still, the mid-bass has a solid body and impact. If you are my YouTube subscriber or a regular reader of my blog, then you know that my musical tastes are very diverse, and I am listening to a lot of genres of music. I particularly enjoy the Elixir bass response with well-recorded EDM and metal music that has a double bass drums playing. Despite much information in the low frequencies with such genres, the bass on Elixir was detailed, punchy and fast. While some other single dynamic driver IEMs aim for a more V-shaped tuning, Elixir takes a different approach in the mid-range. There's quite a bit of bass bleed into the low mid-range, but for the most part it's linear, neutral and very informative. The timbre is excellent and the mid-range neither lacks clarity nor energy. The presentation is full-bodied and lush. The upper mid-range is crisp and detailed as well, and I found the mid-range on Elixir very enjoyable, especially with rock and metal music, where electric guitars had enough bite, texture and definition. The treble here is rounded and smooth, but it is still resolving and detailed. It's neither harsh or grainy, nor dark or wailed, and it follows the overall tuning really well. The treble reveals many details, and it's a good example of well-tuned treble that a lot of the competition in this price bracket is lacking. There is enough sparkle and air for my personal preference, but if you are looking for a very resolving and analytical treble, you need to look elsewhere. Elixir was tuned to have a neutral warm sound presentation, and this statement is true about each part of their frequency response, including the treble. The soundstage is above average in width, and the same goes for the depth, but at the same time the soundstage is not very tall. Instruments hold their particular places in space well, and the soundstage can be called large. The imaging is good and detail retrieval is good as well, especially compared to a lot of the competition in this price bracket, and I feel there is no need to be exceptionally picky here. Overall, if warm neutral sound signatures are what you are looking for, the Elixir might be a very good IEM for you. It's oriented to bring fun and excitement with its punchy and fast bass, lush mid-range and rounded yet detailed treble. So what do I like about this IEM? It has a warm neutral sound signature, transparent and cohesive sound, beautiful lightweight shells, burl wood acoustic chamber design, strong dynamic driver bass, lush and textured mid-range, smooth and rounded treble, quality stock cable, a good set of accessories and an excellent price to performance ratio. What I didn't like about this IEM: fit may vary due to the short nozzles and the cable connectors do not match the IEM color scheme. As per ThieAudio with Elixir, they wanted to capture that old school sound and vintage feeling, and they masterfully accomplished it. The IEM is perfect for a variety of genres, and no matter what music I was throwing at it, it sounded wonderful. I am personally impressed with this pair and can absolutely recommend it to anyone looking for a daily driver with excellent design, balanced and natural tonality, strong bass and lush mid-range. And that concludes my review for today. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.